Hello, everyone. I hope y'all been taking care of yourself and taking care of your friends and family, the people you love. Because you just don't know, you never know when anything bad can happen to them or they get missing. Now, when I was, I talked about a couple times about different cases on women that had concerns for the bus drivers when leaving them, picking them up from daycare, dropping them off to the school, being the first day and a young child being left on a bus. It was a case where a young child being left on a bus. It was another case where a woman child had been taken to the wrong school and her not knowing where her daughter was. I talked about that case, and now I think it was a week ago, a young boy was left at dropped off at the wrong address, and he was trying to tell the bus driver, I don't stay over here. But the bus driver told him that, well, he's going to have to walk. I think they said a month ago they had got moved to a different address. The bus driver at the time was a temp bus driver. And this temp bus driver told that child they had to get off the bus. Didn't care. And I think he was about 8 years old, 8 or 6 or 7 years old, young boy, and he recognized the area because it was close by where where he used to stay, and he noticed a certain house. He went to that house. He was knocking on a door, trying to get the lady to open the door, someone to come to the door. So a lady came to the door and he started crying. He said he wanted his mom to know where he was. Then he didn't want his mother to worry. He was crying. You kind of hardly couldn't understand what he was saying, but it's very, very sad that something like that would happen with a bus driver sit there, do not care about these children and things that go on. I mean, it's just more and more things of this coming on. And this, it was another case, several other cases back in 2016. It's probably way farther than that. It's just more and more cases coming up with this crazy. With bus drivers just do not give a care. It seems like they're just complete assholes that don't care about the well-being of the kids, which they're supposed to protect on their buses and then watch out for. But they are not doing. I got a couple of screenshots of other kids that was missing and was last seen on the bus. And it's just disturbing and sad that this day and age, 2000, I mean, 2022, that we are still dealing with the same stupidity of these professionals, bus drivers that drive and supposed to get to people to their just destination. And when we leave our children in the hands of these people, they supposed to take care of our kids. And if the child is not being bad, even if the child's being bad, you report them. They have cameras on that bus. They should fucking check the cameras on that bus. They say that the woman have got fired, and but is that good enough? Don't they need more training? Don't they need more training and more screening processes to make sure these bus drivers doing a fucking job and actually not sitting here saying off the wall stuff? I talked about also about when my son was younger, kindergarten, and the school, and that bus driver. So I know all about these bus drivers because I experienced it firsthand. I had to argue with them several times, all different types of things every time. So I know what I'm talking about, and I know the ones are assholes. I met several of them that had their ass on their fucking shoulder, which they should not be like that. Their job is to drive that bus, and everybody on that bus, they're supposed to make sure that they get on that bus in the same condition they was. Once they get on that bus, they're in their hands. And anything happening to them children is their responsibility to take care of it. So when you get your child on that bus, that child supposed to get off that bus the same condition you put them on. So negligence, they should have the charges of neglect and stuff like that, and child endangerment. That's jail time. You do stupid things, you're gonna have to pay the price, regardless age, color, or creed. Damn it. So with that being said, it's so sad in this day and age we had to watch this. We see this, that this young boy had to go through.
Hello, it's a Friday. I'm Lynn Cannon. The family of a 6-year-old boy says Cy-Fair ISD is apologizing after their son got off at the wrong bus stop. The mix-up, as you can imagine, had mom and dad fearing the worst. Melissa Correa in Cypress tonight to explain how their prayers were answered. Melissa.
Hey there, Len. Listen, Monday was a big day. Little Colton Franklin was finally going to break free of his home where he'd been doing virtual learning, and he was heading back into the classroom. The Franklins were ready. They talked to Colton about the bus and the stops. This was going to be his second year riding the bus. But on Monday afternoon, when Colton didn't make it back home, panic began to set in. The Franklin family is tight-knit. Big brother Gavin keeps a close watch on 6-year-old Colton. On Monday, around 4:30 p.m.,
Gavin calls me and he's like, Mom, Colton didn't get off the bus. And I'm like, oh, shoot.
Mom Arlene calls Postma Elementary. The campus assured her Colton got on the bus.
And he's on his way home. I'm like, well, he's not home. He didn't get off the bus. And we talked to the bus driver. She said he wasn't on the bus. She told me, go ahead and call transportation because they can track it and talk to the bus drivers.
Arlene and her husband began making calls.
You know, where is he? The school doesn't know. The transportation doesn't know. So we were just riding around looking for him.
Does your mom usually come meet you at the bus stop?
Thank goodness for security cameras.
Yes.
I don't know if your mom is here. Does she usually here, baby?
I was on the phone with transportation and then the notification came up.
This woman says she found Colton along West Road.
She said it looked like he was running for his life.
Do you know mommy's phone number?
Because it was Colton's first day back in class, his teacher put a sticker with his address on his t-shirt.
Maybe she's looking for you. Do you think she's looking for you?
There's nothing that we could do to repay her. Like, she didn't have to stop, you know, she could have went on about her day, but she took the time to notice a little boy in trouble, and especially in this climate that we're going through, like coronavirus, everything. Like, she took the time and risked her family being exposed to a stranger. And we just want to really thank her. I don't know what we could do, but I just want to just formally thank her.
Arlene just posted this Ring video on Nextdoor. She's hoping neighbors will help her find the woman she calls an angel.
Thank God. Like, I praise God. Like, that night when I was saying the prayer, I couldn't say anything but thank you, God. Thank you, God. That's all I could say because it could have ended in such a different way for me and my family.
Who picked you up from the bus stop?
We're happy to report that Colton got back on the bus and he made it home safely to his family tonight. The Franklins say Cy-Fair ISD apologized and told the family that they're investigating to find out exactly what happened. But in a statement from the Cy-Fair ISD school district, they didn't acknowledge any of that, instead writing that the school confirmed Colton got on the bus and then told the Franklins to call the transportation department, which told them where Colton was dropped off. The district says its staff are to be commended for their prompt response in ensuring the safety of all students. Meanwhile, if you recognize that Good Samaritan, the angel that the Franklins are referring to, you can connect with Arlene Franklin on Mira Mesa's Nextdoor page, or you can email me, mcorrea@khou.com, and I'll pass the information along. But you know what tonight, Lynn? I am hoping Houston does its thing and this reunion can happen soon.
That would be fantastic, and I know you'll have the story. Great to see it. Thanks, Mel.
that's his mom. My bus driver just left me out here. He had to make me walk home, and I don't want my mom to worry about me. Please, you need to pick me up if you're here. My bus driver just let me walk home.
What happened?
My bus driver didn't know where my house was, and he helped me walk all the way home.
Honey, come here. Come in. I'll call Mom, okay? Hey.